Hi, this is Kevin with ForexImpact.com coming to you with the daily Forex report for May 24th, 2010. Right now we're looking at the USD Japanese yen pair. This pair did absolutely nothing really last session. I mean, it had a nice range, but it's not really explosive like it's been in the past. So it's just kind of been moving sideways, sort of waiting for something to happen. So we can look for this pair to go as high as, in this next session, 91.75 and as low as 88.78, with some support around 90.15 and resistance around 90.68. Again, this pair is sideways. We're going to look for it to continue to go sideways. Switch over to the Euro USD. This particular pair closed down last session, and we're still moving down this particular session as well. Looks like it might start to continue its current downtrend. But what I'd like to see is it actually break below this area of support right here before we continue lower. So in this pair, we'll look to go as high as, in this next session, 1.2630 and as low as 1.2110, with some support around 1.2395 and resistance around 1.2496. Alright, moving on to the pound US dollar. This pair has continued to move sideways, trading up candles, 4 down candles in the past 5-6 sessions or so. Not really any sort of volatile movement whatsoever, but we will be, because of this, looking for this pair to be breaking out soon. Look for this pair to go as high as 1.4627 and as low as 1.4219. Look for some resistance around 1.4510 and support around 1.4321. Alright, last but not least, let's look at the Euro Swiss, or I'm sorry, the USD Swiss. This pair continues its rally upwards, closing higher the previous day. It actually, if you look, has broken a pretty decent line of support and closed above that. So in today's session so far, we have the low touching the support line. So we look for this pair to have an upward bias and maybe even continue upwards, providing it doesn't get overextended. Look for this pair to go as high as 1.1750 and as low as 1.1434. And look for some resistance around 1.1649 and some support at 1.1515. As far as news releases for this up and coming session, we have the GBP gross domestic product coming out. The previous was 0.2%, and it's actually expected to go to 0.3%. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on that, see if it moves the pound dollar and any other pound related or USD related pairs. And also we have a decently big one coming out tomorrow morning for the good old US of A at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's the Consumer Confidence Report. So that could be one of the main reasons why all of these pairs are squeezing down, pointing towards the time that the U.S. Confidence Report is going to be coming out. The market might be slowing down, kind of looking for a direction. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're definitely going to be watching the markets and see if it gives us a pop in either direction, if it puts us past our expected numbers or not. The previous was 57.9, and we are expected to go to 59.0. So anything deviating off of that expected, look for it to move the market in either direction based on what the number actually is. We switch back to the U.S. yen real quick. I did notice this actually. It's not exactly a perfect swing trade, but it could set us up with some pretty decent opportunities. You'll notice a line of resistance around this area, and we kind of came up and now we're sitting sort of sideways. So if this pair does continue, or if this pair does decide to break within the next session or two, what we'll be looking to do is, as it's moving higher, our main area of play is usually to find the most recent high or the most recent area of resistance, which would probably be this area right here, because this is the only one that gives us some room. So whenever we break the 90.93 level, um, we would look for it to head up to this hard level of resistance here, which in this current session would be around 91.81. So we have what we like to call a window of opportunity there. We might possibly be able to pull some pips out of the market, and as it heads on up to this heavy level of resistance. So that about does it for today's daily Forex report. So until next time, this is Kevin. Good trading.